Well, good morning everyone. Today we're going to talk about doing cement around the house, patios, walkways, and I've got cement company showing up today, so this is not a full DIY job by myself. There's no way I can do this all on my own. However, there's a lot of prep work and initial thought that needs to go into this before you have someone come over and do this kind of work. I want to show you what we've got going on here and what I'm doing to prepare for it. So what you see is an old concrete patio that was poured here when the house was built around 1968, and it's pretty much held its position with some separation where the expansion joints were just a little bit, but for the most part it's held its own, but constantly getting dirty like this, and it's a boring, there's no pattern to this at all. But the other thing too is look at these doorways. There was this was the original sliding door with just these horrible steps. These were added later. There was a little deck that you could step down onto. Another bad decision made by the builder was putting the meter here right outside the kitchen and the doors. So we've got a lot of work to do here. We're blocking up this old basement window that isn't being used for anything, and it's blocked on the inside. And we're gonna have to pour some steps like this. We're gonna change these. It's gonna be more decorative. It's gonna go all the way 18 feet from here to here, and we're gonna have to leave a spot exposed here in case we have to do something with the meter later. You can't pour cement obviously into the meter, and we're gonna have to cover it with a bench or something after it's done. Looked into moving the meter, and it was over $3,500 to have the meter moved to the other side of the house, so no, we're not doing that. So another thing with preparation here is we reuse the natural gas line for the barbecue grill, so we're going to be putting PVC pipe through the cement to this side and then to the other side. That way we can decide where we want to use the grill, and we can run the flex line through the PVC pipe under the step and out the other side. I'm also going to run a larger PVC pipe under the ground here in the event that the gas company wants to change out the line. We've got a spot to run it through without having to worry about tearing up the cement that was already done here. So from here we're going to have a path, and this is all going to be stamped concrete. Now you see all these tools and everything here. We've got a trench that I redug. We used to have a line here, pipe for the waistline for the downspout going out into the ivy, and so redug it, sunk it deeper so we have room to pour a cement path over it. And it's going to come out here and then out through the gate, because we had an old path here where there was no fence here, and we didn't want the gate, you know, this close to the these steps, which are also going to get changed. And new path coming out this way, wrapping around the front of the house. Now before I go any farther here, you see some of this PVC, right? So the smaller PVC, the 3/4 inch, I'm going to be using in certain strategic spots to put underneath the pathways to deal with landscape lighting, which you'll see in a future video. I wanted to make sure I have ways to get landscape wire underneath all the cement that we're pouring for on a later date, and so that's why you see some of this other PVC here. So that's part of the preparation we're talking about. All of this is also coming out, and the path is going to come this way and hook towards the driveway. And I've already dug this up for the drain pipe coming off of this downspout. I no longer want to have this just spilling out like this onto the driveway. I'm going to bury it, and we're going to, after the cement's poured, we're going to continue the trench all the way down here, downhill, and it will come out down there someplace. The garage apron, all getting re-poured. This thing is cracked, and it has sunken in the past. You can see all this here. This is all going to get redone. Again, PVC also coming underneath for landscape lighting. underneath, and this is going to get changed. This thing has sunken since it was originally poured. You can see the line where it used to be. This is a huge step down. This is about a foot now, which is way more than it's supposed to be. And this is going to get re-poured, and we're going to come out and do more of a curved pathway, and it'll splay out at the end. And again, we're going to put the PVC pipe underneath, running this way too, so we can get landscape lighting in the future. This is after 2 days. We've got the patio formed out, and most of the block is laid over here for the step and the platform with the bluestone. You can see the piping for the flex gas line for the barbecue grill. Then we're going to move ahead. Got the chipmunks still hanging around here. We're going to move ahead here, and this is the path that's going to lead out back towards the front of the house. Nice little curve. Noisy radon fan, which is another project to replace that. Gonna have to probably cut the bottom of the gate so it can fit in the future. Okay, and we've got all of the this is just, by the way, just a small pile of cement. These guys loaded up a big dump truck 3 times already. The apron for the garage, again another pipe for landscape wire, and we're starting to get the layout of the front walkway. They'll probably form that today, and probably gonna pour, I'm thinking tomorrow, but we'll see how that goes. So we're all formed, and we're getting ready to pour in a few minutes. This is a few weeks later now, and you can see what it looks like completed after it's had some time to settle in, and we are definitely happy with the results. Definitely settled in for sure. You can see all the weeds starting to grow here, the plantings that are scheduled to get placed in strategic spots here. Again, the garage door apron, and really like this area here that curves around to the side of the house. And yeah, we've got the landscaping done on this end, so it's all tying in nicely. Same thing over here on the side of the stairs. Not sure if you can see it properly with the glare from the sun, but I like how this turned out. We need some more stones in here and some more plantings, but really like how this feels when you're coming in here under the shade. Absolutely love this part. And the shade, you know, when you're putting a patio in, keep your trees around, because it definitely helps keep it cooler back here. And what we've done so far here is, we talked about the meter. We got some plants here that are already growing above the meter, so you almost can't see it anymore. It looks really nice that way. And we darkened the edging a little bit. I know earlier I mentioned that it looked a little blotchy, and we went back around with the color and the sealer. We were able to darken that up a little bit. So all in all, we were really happy with how it turned out, and would recommend this kind of a job at your house too, as long as you can make it all work and piece together. In the end, I hope that this video helped you to plan out your patio or your cement pour at home. If you have any questions about anything relating to this, just leave the comments down below. Leave your question in the comments down below. I'll answer you pretty quickly. Thanks for watching, and I would appreciate it if you would hit the like button and also subscribe if you want to see more. Thanks. We will see you next time.